Some of the key features include the fastest displays ever on a 15-inch laptop, AMD processors with NVIDIA graphics, a truly mechanical ultra-low profile Cherry keyboard, and our brand new Legend 2.0 ID. On the system I'm going to be going over today, I have the AMD Ryzen 7 5800 and the NVIDIA 3060 graphics card. This notebook also has a QHD 240Hz refresh rate, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a Cherry keyboard with per-key RGB lighting. With the Legend 2.0 ID, all the things we love remain: Alien FX loop lighting, performance-first design, and a new dark core, which is designed to keep gamers focused on the game by hiding all ports, holes, and vents, all while delivering in a thinner package. You also have the option of 240Hz or 360Hz, and both of these displays also have G-Sync. As for the keyboard, you have two options. The system I'm showing you today has the Cherry Ultra Low Profile True Mechanical Keyboard. This also has per-key Alien FX lighting and 1.8mm key travel. This will be available in the North America and other regions in the May timeframe. Make sure you follow us on social media to be notified when it's available. You also have the option of the Alien FX backlit keyboard, which is available now. Don't forget that with Command Center, you can change your lighting with the new Alien FX, auto-tune your game profiles, and control your thermals and overclocking. Now let's talk about ports. On the left side, we have one 2.5 gig Ethernet port, which is the fastest Ethernet we have available on any of our products, and one global headset jack. On the right, we have two USB 3.2 Type-A ports, and on the back, we have one USB Type-C port and one USB Type-A port. We also have an HDMI 2.1 output, which allows for native 4K at 130Hz, and a spot to plug in your power adapter. When we open up the M15, you can see you also have the option for upgradable memory, with two available SO DIMM slots. For the M15 Ryzen edition, we're featuring AMD Ryzen 5000 series mobile processors, which includes up to 8 cores. This makes it ideal for both gaming and content creation. You're also able to pair it with the NVIDIA 3060 and 3070. So let's go over the highlights really quickly. The new Alienware M15 Ryzen Edition R5 has the fastest display on a 15-inch laptop, has AMD processors with NVIDIA graphics. It also has a truly mechanical ultra-low profile Cherry keyboard and the new Legend 2.0 ID.
This is the first of a new generation of laptops utilizing the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 with Max-Q technology. In order to cram such a high-powered GPU into a slim and light laptop like this, we had to totally rethink laptop cooling design. But before we get into the cooling and design features, why don't we quickly go over some of the specs. It's got an Intel Core i7 7700HQ CPU. The GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080. It's also available with a GTX 1070, 24 gigabytes of DDR4 memory at up to 2400 megahertz. 512 gigabyte PCIe Gen 3 NVMe M.2 SSD. It also features a 15.6-inch 1080p 120Hz G-Sync display. And it weighs less than 5 pounds. On the outside, it's got all the standard connections. We've got a headset jack, two USB 3.0, HDMI, power port. On the other side, we've got two more USB 3.0 ports and a USB Type-C connection for Thunderbolt and USB 3.1. The keyboard is positioned at the front of the chassis to allow for better cooling for the internal components and to offer more comfortable, familiar position when gaming. Has Aura RGB backlighting, so you can customize the color and dynamic lighting effects. It also features anti-ghosting with up to 30 key rollover, and they've been designed with 1.4mm of travel for greater comfort and accuracy when typing or gaming. So now let's talk about the cooling. When you open the laptop, the bottom flexes to create 20% more open space for air circulation. This improves airflow by up to 40% and reduces temperatures by 20% when compared to conventional GPU cooling. This means that you could game for hours without the GPU throttling back and losing performance.
The ROG Zephyrus S15 is as good as it gets. When it comes to premium ultra slim options for core gamers and professionals, this is the only laptop that weighs just 2 kilograms, has 3200 megahertz memory, and liquid metal cooling straight out of the box. Still, let's bookmark that for now and focus on the design of the S15. We went with a matte black finish for the brushed aluminum lid and magnesium alloy chassis, and then gave the ROG logo a stealth treatment. Because the S15 is so light and so capable for working for gaming that it feels as good at the office as it does at a LAN party or out on the road. The palm rests are coated with a fingerprint resistant finish and reinforced from below with a machined honeycomb structure to prevent flex. It's got subtly chamfered edges that dig deeper near the front to let you open the laptop with ease. Every time you open it, our AES cooling solution lifts the bottom of the laptop off of your desk. This gives us access to cooler air as well as 22% more airflow and reduced noise compared to standard gaming laptops. This small but important detail is one of the reasons that the S15 measures just 18.9 millimeters thin. But we can also thank liquid metal for that. This year marks the first time we're applying Thermal Grizzly's Conductonaut liquid metal compound to CPUs right at the factory, giving us better cooling and more thermal headroom we can use to boost performance by up to 10%. That means we can take the S15's 8-core 10th gen i7 10875H CPU all the way up to and beyond 5.1 gigahertz with ROG boost on up to 2 cores at the same time. Combine that with up to a RTX 2080 Super GPU, you get insane performance with an ultra portable footprint. Just like any of our ROG laptops, the S15 has 3 preset operating modes: Silent, Performance, and Turbo. With Silent mode being the quietest, Performance mode being the most optimal, Turbo mode is the absolute best performer of the 3. Highlights here include 110 FPS in Far Cry 5, 81 FPS in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and 212 FPS in Overwatch, all running at the highest settings. The S15 offers great CPU performance for content creation and demanding workflows too, all of which get a bump from NVIDIA's Dynamic Boost technology, which helps load balance the power feeding your CPU and GPU on the fly, depending on the performance requirements of the game or the task at hand. And whether that's chainsawing through Demons in Doom Eternal or scrubbing through timelines in Adobe Premiere Pro, it's sure to look great on the S15's buttery smooth 300Hz G-Sync enabled display that is taking competitive esports, FPS, and action games to new heights on laptops. With its 3 millisecond gray to gray response time, there's virtually no motion blur for slick target tracking. Graphics like this let you take advantage of all 300 FPS in titles like Valorant, CSGO, Overwatch, and more. Or you can max the graphics and still hit triple-digit frames per second in the latest big budget titles, which look gorgeous at 300 nits of brightness and 100% sRGB color that comes Pantone calibrated from the factory for superb accuracy. It's a panel that is appealing to everyone, from pro gamers and esports challengers to content creators and creative professionals. And it plays well whether you're plugged in or on the go. The S15's GPU switch lets you maximize battery life with Optimus mode, which disables your discrete GPU to provide up to 8.3 hours of battery life for video playback. When you're ready for a boost, or when you're back on wall power, just flip the switch to re-enable your RTX graphics for the best gaming experience. Under the hood, the Zephyrus S15 sports 1TB of NVMe PCIe storage and 32GB of DDR4 3200MHz RAM, which is upgradable to 48GB. Thanks to the S15's RAID 0 configuration, the storage array is snappy, giving you great speeds for reading and writing files and loading games at fantastic speeds. Of course, cooling this much power is the real key to ROG's award-winning performance. The S15 uses 6 heat pipes to pull heat away from the CPU and the GPU, which share pipes connected to dual heat sinks at the back. Each chip also has a dedicated pipe to its own heatsink in the flanks. 2 83-blade liquid crystal polymer end blade fans quietly rush air through 4 outlets in the side of the chassis, each one shaped to keep warm air away from your cool inflows. Which brings us to connectivity. The S15 is loaded with Bluetooth 5, Wi-Fi 6, and a Thunderbolt 3 port with Type-C charging and DisplayPort 1.4 to drive multiple 4K monitors. 2 USB Type-A ports and a Kensington lock round out the right side here, while the left features another USB Type-A, an HDMI 2.0 port, gigabit Ethernet, and separate 3.5mm headphone and microphone jacks. Loaded with top-of-the-line features, the new ROG Zephyrus S15 is a device that will take your gaming, content creation, and more to the next level.
This is a thin and sleek 15-inch gaming notebook which features Intel 10th Gen processors, NVIDIA graphics, and GameShift technology. Let's hop right in and check it out. I've got my G7 model with a 6-core Intel i7-10750H CPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Ti graphics, 16 GB of memory in dual channel, a 15.6-inch FHD screen with anti-glare LED backlit display, and a 1TB PCIe M.2 SSD. For network connectivity, it's got killer Ethernet, Wi-Fi 6, and Bluetooth 5.1. I've got the standard 15-inch FHD screen at 144Hz, but there are a few options to choose from, like the FHD 300Hz or UHD 60Hz. On the G7 exterior lid, we've got the Dell iridescent logo and a sharp mineral black paint scheme. The interior features an RGB keyboard alongside iridescent silver accents and a standard HD webcam.
Hey, what's up everyone?
My G7 weighs in at close to 5 pounds and has a height of 18.3 millimeters. The G7 hinges are durable and smooth, showcasing its premium build quality with style and confidence. The Dell G7 15 features a 4-zone RGB keyboard with WASD and chassis lighting, controlled by Alienware Command Center. Along with the lighting, the keyboard features GameShift technology. Activated with just one click, this triggers dynamic performance mode within Alienware Command Center, increasing both performance and cooling all around. On the left side, we have power in, air exhaust vents, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 port with power share, and the headset jack. On the right side, we have a standard SD slot, USB 3.2 port, and air exhaust venting as well. On the back, we have slotted air exhaust on both corners, and in the center, we start with a Thunderbolt 3 USB 3.2 Gen Type-C port, a mini DP 1.4 port, an HDMI 2.0 port, a USB 3.2 port, and an Ethernet port. The bottom features rear intake slots for vast airflow, alongside G7 branding, a chassis RGB light bar, and dual speakers with Nahimic 3D audio. But let's talk about what keeps us cool in the thermal department. The G7 features a dual fan cooling system to help spread out the heat and keep your system cool during those intense gaming sessions. Moving on to some performance, the Intel i7-10750H paired with NVIDIA graphics in this sleek and thin form factor handles synthetics with ease. The Dell G7 15 gaming laptop is engineered to handle any adventure. With its Intel 10th Gen processor options, NVIDIA graphics, and the confidence to elevate your game to a whole new level. The G7 stops at nothing to deliver quality and performance in a budget-conscious box. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Alienware YouTube channel. I'm Ernie Gonzalez, and I hope you enjoyed my latest piece of content featuring the new G7 15 by Dell. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding that bell. Drop me a comment down below. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
This is the GT76 Titan. This gaming laptop performs like a top-end desktop PC thanks to an i9-9900K CPU with all cores unlocked and 5GB boost speed. It's Intel's fastest ever gaming chip built into a machine you can fit in a backpack. Teaming up on providing ultimate gaming performance, NVIDIA's RTX 2080 features 8GB of mega-quick GDDR6 memory and brings all the latest RTX features like ray tracing and performance-boosting DLSS to the party. Keeping those monstrous components chilly is a bespoke cooling design that features 4 fans and 11 heat pipes. A CNC polished copper block makes sure that however hard the silicon's working, you never feel the heat against your hands. But what good would all those frames be without a display that made the most of them? Built around an ultra-thin bezel, the GT76 Titan screen refreshes at 240Hz, which means it can keep up with insanely high frame rates and keep things buttery smooth with no screen tearing. It's an IPS panel too, which means deep colours, inky blacks and great viewing angles wherever you are. The GT76 Titan outstrips most high-end desktops in outright performance, and when you don't want to use it on the go, it doubles as an ultimate desktop machine, ready to be hooked up to your mouse, keyboard and monitor. However you choose to unleash the GT76 Titan's power, buy it now and you'll get a free copy of Monster Hunter World and the new Iceborne expansion. And just in case you can't drop 5k on a new gaming machine right now, you can check out MSI's other gaming laptops like the GE65 and GS75, both of which are available right now.
At the ROG Zephyrus G14. This laptop has all the power and performance you've come to expect from the ROG line, but it's got a few new surprises up its sleeve. For starters, it has a 14-inch display, making it the most powerful in its class, and there's an exciting brand new take on lighting, so why don't we take a closer look. You probably already noticed the unique lighting on the lid. This is the optional Anime Matrix display. You can customize the LEDs to display images, animations, or even important information such as the date and time, message alerts, and battery status. Perfecting the Anime Matrix display was one of the most difficult parts of the G14 project. Many factors had to be delicately balanced, such as heat, power usage, and even the size of the 6,000 CNC drilled openings for the 1,200 LEDs to shine through. The final product fuses both the eye-catching aesthetics and thoughtful functionality that defines ROG DNA. The Anime lid is not the only aesthetic option available. You also have a choice between two chassis colors, Eclipse Gray and Moonlight White. There are also options when it comes to the 14-inch display. You can choose between a high-res wide-quad HD display with 60Hz or an ultra-fast 120Hz Full HD panel, a feature rare for such a small laptop. Both options are Pantone validated for better colors and feature FreeSync technology for improved gaming. Little space was wasted fitting those impressive displays into the G14. The laptop is an 85% screen-to-body ratio, and it's only 3.5 pounds and 0.7 inches thin, so it's easy to take with you wherever you go. When you get there, you won't need to worry about finding an outlet. The long-lasting battery can be supplemented with USB Type-C charging, so you can top it off with power delivery compatible battery packs like the ASUS ZenPower Pro. The G14 is powered by an AMD Mobile Ryzen 4000 series CPU, but this isn't an average Ryzen. This is in fact a special 35-watt edition. It has up to 8 cores and 16 threads. With twice the power of the previous gen, it's the perfect CPU for balancing performance and thermal output in an ultra-slim laptop. You get up to 32 gigabytes of unusually swift DDR4 3200 memory, which offers both capacity and high performance for gaming or content creation. And with the 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, you get quick access to media files and short loading times in-game. There's built-in next-gen Intel Wi-Fi 6 with Gig Plus technology, so you get faster speeds today and future-proofing for tomorrow. With the combined powers of the AMD Ryzen CPU and the GeForce graphics, you can edit photos, edit video, create 3D animations, and of course you can game anywhere your travels take you thanks to this uniquely compact laptop. For more information, please check out rog.asus.com. Thanks for watching.